I know how frustrating it can be after you had gone through a whole lot to get a VST plugins or to buy a VST plugins to install on your PC. Then after installing this VST plugin on your PC and you want to get to use them in FL Studio, and eventually you start searching from now till like, and man, I know it can be so frustrating searching for the plugins you have got in FL Studio but can't find them. Guy, I have a simple step tutorials here that will help you to find your missing plugins, okay, or to find your installed plugins so that you can get to use them in FL Studio, and how you can even get to flag them that you can easily have access to them in FL Studio. All right, so guys, let's go into the PC. Let me show you how to get this solved. The first thing you will need to do is that you will need to know the installed directory of that VST plugins. All right, so let's assume you have installed these plugins. Let's assume you have installed these plugins and this particular plugins has gone to a particular directory. So first thing, I want you to find where this plugins has gone into. Now in FL Studio, there are some basic places you get these plugins that they will just go into, and I'm going to show you some few places. A default place where you will install your plugin and your plugin will run into in FL Studio is a directory. Now let's leave FL Studio, just forget about this FL Studio. Let me minimize it first so that it does not get you confused. Now go to your Explorer or my computer, depending on the PC you are using. All right, now go to your C, right? Access your C. Now, your local disk C, that's your hard drive where your operating system is installed. Okay. Now, there are different places. Of course, if you have a 64-bit OS installed on your PC, you are going to have program files and program files x86. Okay. Now, if you open program files and scroll down, you will see something called VST plugins. Wait, just go to V, you will see VST plugins. Usually this is where your default VSTs go into whenever you install them, and especially if you have not installed other things. So of course you can see this here. Well, I have my own defined directory where I install my plugins. Okay. Now, if you have not had stuff like Steinberg, Cubase, or Nuendo, if you have not had stuff like Cakewalk plugins installed on your PC, well, it is so possible that your VSTs will be coming into this directory here. Local disk C, program file, then VST plugins. You'll find them here. All right, well, I have my own installed in different directories, so this is one location. Okay, now another place I would want you not to just ignore is 86 program file x86. Okay, now you can see another one here, VST plugins. Okay, now your plugins may come into this directory too as well. Okay, so of course you can see I have my wave shell installed here. You can see that now. That's the second place. Okay, now another thing you should also take note of, if you have stuff like Cakewalk software installed on your PC, it is possible that some of your plugins, your VST plugins, may come into this directory. Now guys, all these places I'm going to, I want you to take note of them, because when we get back to FL Studio, you are going to be doing something that will enable you find all of these plugins. Okay, now what you do, open this. Of course you can see another VST plugins here. So I have Cakewalk Studio Instruments installed on my PC. So it automatically creates this VST plugin location here. Okay, of course this is where the studio instruments are. Okay, SIA bass guitar and all of this. Fine, if you have that, that's where you are going to find it. Then let's go back to program files x86. Now you can also see I have Cakewalk here. All right, then of course you can also see another VST plugins here. Now if you look at this, the size of this, that is 2.17 or 2.17 gigabyte. Yes, okay, that means that there are a whole lot of stuff installed in this directory. Okay, if you would write all of this directory down, if you have things like this. So what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that anywhere you just go to, like as we are just searching through now, if you have your VST plugins installed in any of these directory, I will suggest you write them down, because when we get to FL Studio, you will be needing all of this directory. You can see, so I have a whole lot of stuff here, okay, and most especially I think these are 32-bit softwares, okay. Yeah, I think I'll make a video on how you can actually get to access your 32-bit software in Cubase, or especially if you're using Cubase 10, 12, 13, okay. I'll do a video on that if I remember. If I don't, please somebody should remind me in the go to the comment section and remind me, okay. But that's not what we are talking about today. We are talking about how to find your VST plugins or your installed VST plugins, okay. So this is another directory. Now, the chief of it, or where I have most of my VSTs installed, is where I call Steinberg. Now, that is in this directory. So because I use Cubase a lot, okay, so so most of my plugins are installed in the Cubase directory, Steinberg Cubase, okay. So go to Steinberg if you have Cubase installed. Of course, if it is 12, if it is 13, it does not matter. Okay, so the next thing is that you can see, so VST plugins. Now if I open this, you are going to see a whole lot of VSTs installed here. Okay, so this is where I also have some of these VST plugins installed, okay. So just know where all of these are. I have the 32 bits here where I have bridged them, okay. I have bridged them so that I will be able to have access to them in Cubase 13. Okay, so that is that, guys. So they have other stuff installed. So but just take note of these few locations I've shown you, okay. So if you are looking for your VST plugins, it is so possible that they may be in this directory, especially if you have all of these installed on your PC. Now let's close that. Let's go back to our FL Studio. How do you find these plugins? It's simple. There are different ways to go about this. What you will need is Plugin Manager. Okay, there is a Plugin Manager on your PC. You could just go through this directory and do more plugins and just go to Plugin Manager. Okay, and just go to Plugin Manager. This is a Plugin Manager here, but this is a long journey, okay. If you don't want to go through this, this is a shortcut. Okay, just go to Options and go to Manage Plugins. Okay, automatically to take you to Plugin Manager. Now here you will see a plus window here, right here, and you will see a cancelled window here, okay, or let me say a delete window here. So this is what you do. Now if you have any of this directory on your PC that you don't want to be there, if you want to remove this, okay, this cannot be removed because they are default save gone. They can't be removed. Now let's say this is what I just added, and if I want to remove this, I could just click on it and just come to this cancelled or this delete this thing here and just click on delete. This folder will disappear, or this directory will disappear, so I will not be able to have access to this again. But then let's assume we have found where your plugins are, okay. So what you will need to do, you will need to go to this plus here, this plus folder icon here, click on it. It will open this up, okay. So go into your PC wherever your VST plugins is, okay. Let's say it was under Steinberg or it was under Cakewalk or whichever place. Remember, that's why I say you should write those places down, okay. Just go to wherever this was or wherever you find them. Let's assume this was it. You click on it and just do bam, select folder. Once you select folder, I can't select it because I've already done that already. I can't select it twice. Once you click select folder and accept it here, automatically it will appear here. I've cancelled mine because already it is here. It will appear here, and once it appears here, that is not where you stop. You can't stop there, because if you stop there, you will still not find your plugins, okay. So after you have added all of this into your FL Studio plugin manager, wherever your plugin has been installed, going through those routes we went through. After you have added them, there is one last step you need to do to make sure that your plugin is found. Okay, so what do you need to do? After you have done this, just click on Find Installed Plugins. And by the time you click on Find Installed Plugins, it will start scanning all your plugins. Now, it might take time to scan it. Okay, it might take time. It's because mine has already been scanned and scanned and scanned. So that's why it just went so fast. It might take time. So once you just click Scan Install Plugins, it will take time to scan. You will be seeing the scanning process here once it is done. And by the time you start scrolling down, you will see that the new plugins you have installed, you will find them being highlighted in orange, something orange here. Okay, you will find them highlighted here. So guys, that is the first step of finding your plugins. Okay, now once you are done with that, of course your FL Studio should be able to see your plugins, but then you will not just find them flagged anyhow. So the next thing you will do, you go to plugins section of FL Studio. Of course, now you can see different sections here. Let me show you something. You can see plugin database, of course. Then you will see effects, you will see generators, then you will see installed. Where you are going to definitely is installed. You click on installed. Then if it was a generator you installed, definitely you need to go to generators. If it was effect you install, let's say effect like reverb, equalizer, expander, or mention it, delay, compressor, all of those things, you'll find them under effect. Okay, but if it was something like a drum you install, or guitar, or let's say keyboard, keys, or whatever sound you install, you'll find them under generators. Okay, so you go to generators. Once you click on generators, you are going to see Fruity, then VST plugin, then VST3. Then you're also going to see new. It will be highlighted somewhere there, new, since they are just the plugin you just searched. Okay, you are going to see new. So you click on that new and you are going to see all the new VST that you have installed. If you don't want to, then even if you still click VSTs, you are going to see all of them highlighted. Okay, and if you do not see them, or if you don't see them there, you can find them in VST3. So that's why you have to take note if it was VST2 or VST3 you installed. Okay, so take note of those things. If it was VST2 or VST3 you installed, take note of those things. Now, after you have find it, that does not make it automatically appear on FL Studio flag list. Okay, now of course you can just drag it, whichever plugin you want to use, you can just drag it. Okay, just drag it to this point here, and of course, boom, it will open up for you. Now guys, but that's not the end. What if you don't want to be dragging them one after the other like this? So what if you just want to just click on the plus sign here and just find them here? So that means you need to flag them. Okay, so how do you get to flag them? Just go right click on it. Okay, if you want to open it just the way I dragged it here, you can click on open a new channel. It will automatically open here. But then that's not what we want to do. You want to flag it, okay, as favorite, so that you can have access to it. Okay, so you can just go to add to plugins database, flag as favorite. By the time you click on this, automatically a notification will show up that you want to flag this at blah 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 blah. Just accept it, yes. Okay, so once you do that, automatically you don't need to go through all of these steps here to find your plugins. You will just need to click on this plus here and you will see all your plugins installed. Yeah, okay, so guys, that's how to find your installed plugins in FL Studio. So guys, I hope this has been of help to you. I hope this was super useful to you. All right, so if this was useful to you guys at this point, if you have watched the video this far, I want to say congratulations to you. And also I want to say that, guys, please just encourage us, okay? Encourage me by subscribing to my channel. I have channels, okay? If you want to check, I have Sui Generis Media Studios. I also have Peace and Beats, and there are some other ones like that, okay, which I will be mentioning in the future. Now you can subscribe to these channels, okay? And if you are watching this on Facebook, of course, definitely you can follow me, okay? If you are coming across my video for the first time and you like what we are doing, please just encourage us by following me, okay? And I have my channel on Facebook, my page on Facebook and TikTok and Instagram. Peace and Beat is all the names I'm using there, okay? So guys, please encourage me by following me, subscribing to my channel, and also make sure that you like my videos and share this video with people too. All right, so guys, if you have any other video you would want me to do, okay, just simply let me know and I'm going to do that video for you guys, okay? I love you guys. So see you in our next video.